Hey guys, so you can always leave it to right wingers to be outraged at the most useless topics that do not help anybody's lives get any better in the United States of America. I got a clip for you from none other than the Daily Wire's Ben Shapiro being upset at the casting of a fictional Disney character. Here we go again, all over again with the Little Mermaid crap. I'm gonna play this clip for you, and I'll be pausing it throughout and letting you know what I think about this craziness.
So they've now decided that apparently every redhead in the Disney universe will be recast as a racially diverse person. And this is how, for example, The Little Mermaid ended up as a person of color. It's something that somebody noticed. It's basically, if you're a redhead in Disney universe, then they'll recast you. But now they're recasting everyone. So they've cast Snow White. Snow White is now going to be played by Rachel Zegler. Okay, now Rachel Zegler, you may know, again, her name is Snow White. Now, you might consider that racist, but that's also the name of the actual fairy tale. And in the actual fairy tale, it says skin, I mean, this is from the original 1936 Snow White. Skin as white as snow, right? That is literally in her name. That's why she has her name. So I guess just to like screw with people, they're casting, Rachel Zegler is a very talented person. I'm just, it's weird casting, you might say, right? Like, I don't understand. There's certain parts that are racially specific. I mean, very clearly so. Right? They're not going to cast Tiana from the Frog Prince, the princess, whatever it is. They're not going to recast Tiana as a white lady. They're not going to, even though you certainly could, but they're not going to. And we all know why, of course. Well, Snow White is like maybe the only racially specific white princess because it's in the name. And it's not like greatly evil if a person is cast as what the part is. It's very strange to me that if you cast Alexander Hamilton as a black person, that's totally fine. But if you cast Martin Luther King as a white person, that is totally unacceptable. Maybe you should cast people as like what the description of the part is. There are certain parts where the person is described as white. And that's okay. That's not like the end of the world.
Okay, a lot of things to break down here, but basically my main analysis of this is who gives a flying fuck? Who cares? Who cares about a company casting a fictional character from a fictional story, a different race than is perceived to be the race of the original story? Who cares? Is Ben Shapiro suddenly some Snow White historian who is getting on his high horse and letting everybody know that, hey, Rachel Zegler is actually not completely white? And his whole reasoning is that it says in the original Snow White story, that her skin is as white as snow. Well, guess what? There's no white people whose skin is that white. It doesn't exist. So it's like saying that if a white person was cast, it would be me like saying, oh, but that white person, they're not as white as they could possibly be, or there's a whiter person out there that you could have cast to be more accurate to the original story. That white person's skin's not white as snow. So why didn't you go get somebody whiter to be more accurate to the original story? What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. This is Disney's story. Disney has the right to cast whoever the hell they want, and they have the right to change the story in whatever way they see fit. And it's like, who cares about these Disney remakes? They suck anyways. They suck. They're not good movies. Why does this matter? Why is this an issue that is even being brought to the table by Ben Shapiro? There's, out of all the things that could be talked about and all the issues with our country, Ben Shapiro's worried about an actress being cast that's not white enough, in his opinion. I mean, come on. So I went ahead and looked up this Rachel Zegler gal because I've never heard of her, and I wanted to see what Ben Shapiro's big uproar was. And here it is, guys. Here's the actress that is not white enough to be Snow White. I mean, come on. this person is not white enough because why does it matter? She looks to me like she'd be a fantastic Snow White. She has the round face, these long eyebrows. She looks almost just like the cartoon character that I grew up recognizing as being Snow White. This is what the uproar is about? That this lady's not white enough? I mean, God, guys, the right wing, you guys got to really start refocusing where you're putting your energy and where you are focusing your attention on, and what issues you are focusing your attention on, because this country is not gonna ever be a better place if the right wingers, if this is what they're worried about. Snow White is supposed to be a white person, okay, but there's no people out there that actually have their skin that's as white as snow. That's not physically possible unless you're an albino person, and even albino people, their skin is not as white as snow. So even if we were to get the whitest person we could possibly find, their skin is not going to be as white as snow. And here, I'm going to pull up some pictures of some albino people here for you. Oh, there's some pigmentation there. Oh, some pigmentation there. That's not as white as snow. I mean, so what's Ben Shapiro's problem? Like, what's the issue? What's the issue with somebody being cast that is not exactly like how the original story described it? Or is it? Who gives a flying F? Let's focus on some issues that are going to help this country be a better place. And it's just rage bait. It's really what it is. Ben Shapiro wants he wants attention, and he wants his base. His base has to be constantly riled up about something. And if there's not a transgender issue or a transgender person to get mad at, they pick stuff out of a hat. Okay, they pick stuff out of a hat, and they make it an issue just by speaking it into existence. So yeah, just absolutely ridiculous that Ben Shapiro would even be worried about this at all. And yeah, I think Rachel Ziegler is a totally fine pick for being Snow White. I don't really care all that much about the Snow White movie. I just think it's ridiculous that Shapiro would make an argument that the actress isn't white enough. I mean, come on. Who cares? Who cares? I don't understand, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right? Peace.